From Nature Canada, Mr. Akash Maharaj. Go ahead, you have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And my thanks to the members of the committee for inviting me to contribute to your deliberations on Bill C-73. I'm Akash Maharaj, Head of Policy for Nature Canada, one of our country's oldest conservation institutions. Nature Canada rallies together more than 250,000 individual Canadians and a network of more than 1,200 organisations in every province and territory. To be direct, our world is currently enduring the 6th mass extinction in planetary history, the Anthropocene extinction. And unlike the 5 great dyings of past epochs, this one is driven not by natural catastrophes, but instead by human activity and, in particular, habitat destruction. Species are currently disappearing at 1,000 times the natural extinction rate, and nearly 30% of surviving species are threatened with extinctions. Bluntly, we are in the midst of the gravest extermination crisis of life on our planet since the end of the dinosaurs. And for this reason, Nature Canada's members are convinced that Canada has made the right decision in joining the Convention on Biological Diversity, and especially in committing to conserve our lands and waters. Canadians are not committed to international standards to please international institutions. We are committed to them for the good of Canadians, for the well-being and prosperity of Canadian communities, and to leave a better country for future generations of Canadians. However, a commitment is only as good as the acts that follow it. When Canadians describe a promise as being a political promise, we are rarely expressing our confidence that those promises will be kept. And this is why Nature Canada is enthusiastic about a Nature Accountability Act, a federal law that would bind the Federal Environment Minister and compel him to keep his conservation and biodiversity promises to Canadians. Bill C-73, as it currently stands, is not that law. The only accountability in the current text is in its title. The bill directs the minister to set national targets, but it has no mechanism to ensure that his targets are meaningful. The bill encourages the minister to develop measures linked to those targets, but has no requirements that he actually meet any of his targets, and it levies no consequences if he fails to do so. In essence, the bill neither provides the minister with any powers he does not already hold, nor does it bind him to any outcomes. But it could do all that and more if the legislators in this room are willing to summon the determination to amend it. We ask you to make and consider the following amendments. In Section 4, make it explicit that the minister is accountable to Parliament and to Canadians not only for developing a plan towards his target, but also for actually implementing that plan and meeting those targets. In Section 5, ensure that the minister's targets are tied to species abundance, distribution, extinction risk, and habitat quality, and informed by the assessment process conducted by the Committee on the Status of Endangered Species in Canada. In Section 6, bind the minister's reports to the new anti-greenwashing provisions of the Competition Act, provisions that prohibit entities from making false or misleading claims about the environmental benefits of their offerings. In Section 7, strengthen the mandate and independence of the new advisory committee so that if the minister chooses not to implement a committee recommendation, he will have a positive responsibility to report his reasons to Parliament. And in Section 9, include a statutory requirement that the Commissioner of Environment and Sustainable Development conduct and publish independent audits on ministerial compliance with the Act. These amendments would make the Nature Accountability Act a law worthy of its name, and as importantly, it would reassert the role of parliamentarians as the guardians of our democracy. Across the world, democracies are in decline. They are not dying on the barricades in a noble struggle against tyrants. They are surrendering themselves willingly to demagogues and to authoritarians because their peoples have come to believe that public institutions are operating without effect and without accountability. I ask you to amend this bill to stand up for Canada's natural heritage and to stand up for our democracy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maharaj.